Hey y'all. Okay, let's make some soup tonight. How about a cheeseburger soup? Have y'all ever made it? It's not one of the, the more popular soups like we were talking about the other day about the Marry Me chicken soup. This one is a little bit, one that's kind of outside of the grid. You know what I'm talking about? So we're going to start, but it's really good if you've never tried it. It is a delicious soup, and it's just something different you can make. And also, it is one of those things you can make because you usually have a lot of the stuff already on hand. So I have some ground chuck here, and we're going to use maybe about a pound. Now, I am going to make a smaller batch of this. Normally, I would probably do about a whole 2 pounds, this whole package, if I wanted to make a big pot. But we're going to kind of cut this recipe in half, so just keep that in mind. Well, there went that right on the floor. Y'all, look how fresh this is. I tell you what, I love our little grocery store here. The meats are so good and fresh every single day. You just can't beat it. Anyway, so just keep in mind, if you decide to make this, that I am doing about half of the recipe. So you would want to double up on about everything. But soups is one of those things you can't really measure. You just kind of make as you go. Y'all hang on a second. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to get this mess up. I'll come right back. Okay, as I was saying, soups is just one of those things, y'all know, you just make as you go. You add in it what you have. You may change it up from time to time. It just, there's just really no recipe. I'm going to season up my beef here, y'all know, like I always do. I keep forgetting that they have changed the lid on this onion powder on me. Goodness. And it don't come out too fast on this side. Let me try the other side and see. Oh, oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, some onion powder. Like I said, they have changed the lids on it. Garlic powder. And we're just gonna cook this down. And I have everything else ready to go for us, y'all. I've got some water back here boiling. I'm gonna make us some chicken broth to go in this, and this is a very simple, easy, quick soup. I've got to give Belle her chicken. She is just patiently waiting over here. Normally she has her chicken before I ever get on here, but she had been sleeping, so I didn't want to disturb her. And she's sleeping again. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see, but she just opened her eyes. She just looks so precious when she's sleeping. It's like just a little bundle of innocence, isn't it, y'all? Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna whatever I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna make our broth, cook our ground beef, get her chicken, and I'll come back and we'll get this thing on the way. Like I said, it's very easy. There's not very much to it, and I'll be back. Alright, y'all, our beef is done. We're going to do the paper towel method. There's hardly any fat in here, so I am just going to toss this around really good. Get that out. Now remember, you don't want to try this if it has a ton of fat, because you're going to use up a half a roll of paper towels, so this is something you want to do if it just has a little bit. Okay, we got that. I think that is pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to add our veggies in. I have about half of an onion here, 1 stalk of celery. Of course, y'all know I do a little bit of the leaves, and then y'all, seriously, this is 1 carrot that I grated up. It always blows my mind how much it makes whenever you grate it up versus chopping it up or whatever. But whenever I'm making a soup like this, and I'm putting carrots in it, like my potato soup. I don't like to just chop them up because, oh, there was a piece of that ground beef that fell in there. Goodness gracious. I like to shred it up because we're not going to be cooking this for a couple of hours. You know, like if you're doing like a vegetable soup or beef stew or something like that, it's going to be cooking for a while. Well, when you're doing a potato soup or something like this, it's not going to cook that long, and I don't want to bite into a crunchy carrot, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want this soup to be orange because of all the carrots, so I don't even think I'm going to add all this in. Now, you can do it however you want. If you want to dice up a carrot or shred it like I did, whichever you want to do, but as you can see, that looks like plenty in there by that I added. It's crazy how it does. Okay, now we are going to turn it back up a little bit now. Now we're going to add some garlic. Oh, I'm getting low on this. I think I've already said that, but y'all know finally the other day I thought I've been telling y'all I need to do a Walmart order. Well, finally the other day I thought I've got to sit down here and do this. I woke up early. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and I was still laying in bed. And I thought, you know what? I was laying there just looking on my phone. I thought I'm gonna do a Walmart order. Well, I tell you what, I got on there to do it, and they had closed the pickup orders because of the weather. And I thought, well, that is just my luck. So here I am. I mean, they're back open now, but I just still hadn't even thought nothing else about it. Still hadn't done my order. I thought, goodness gracious, that's my luck. All right, a little bit of our W sauce. Y'all know that. Just a couple splashes. Add some good flavor to it. Okay. And then one thing I like to add to this is, y'all know I love this au jus seasoning, this packet here. I'm going to hold it up here for a second. I know it's backwards, but it is au jus. Let's see if I hold it upside down, does it? No, that don't work. I love this. It has a great flavor to it. And let me get me another spoon. Like the original recipes for this cheeseburger soup, it doesn't really have anything in them that I feel like will give it enough flavor. You know what I'm saying? I know we got the broth and all this and that, so I always like to add a little something different. Now you could do like, I'm going to do about a tablespoon of this. Now you don't want to do the whole pack. I want to do about a tablespoon of this. You could do like some of the onion soup mix. You could even do like a spoonful of the brown gravy mix. Really just whatever you have. I just think it's better if you add a little bit of something else to it, okay? And if you're unsure, you can wait and taste it and then, you know, decide if you want to add something to it. But, oh, wait a minute. I've got my measuring spoon out here. That's what I even brought that over here for anyway. I'm crazy. Alright, so we're going to do 1 tablespoon of this au jus. Things like that. Sprinkle that in there of your meat. Like I said, it's just, it has a great flavor to it. I love it. But you can experiment and put whatever you want. Alright, now I'm going to do some pepper. A little bit of salt. Remember that au jus does have salt in it. And then our broth will. So I'm going to mix that around really good. Like I said, this is a really good soup. Okay, y'all, I'm going to let this just saute around for a few minutes. I'm going to kind of crank it up and just keep mixing it. Let those veggies soften up a little bit. And then we're going to get our other stuff put in, and that's about it. Okay. I've just been letting this sit here and saute. Y'all, this smells and looks so good just to be ground beef and veggies. Alright, so now I have some potatoes here. These are just some russet potatoes. Y'all know I love the gold, but they had these on sale for $1.99 a bag. So, of course, I took advantage of that and grabbed some. This was 2 large russet potatoes. That's it, just 2. I know that they were huge. And so many of them are in that little bag. They look like just huge baking potatoes. So we'll have to do something else with those in the next few days. Because I went ahead and bought the 5-pound bag. But anyway, so 2. This is just 2 potatoes. You do however many you want, depending on how much you're making. And depending on the size of your potatoes. Alright, so we got that. Look at y'all. Alright, now we are going to add in our broth. I have 2 cups of chicken broth here that I just made up. We may need more. I went ahead and just started with 2 cups. We're going to add some heavy cream too, so let's see. I don't know. We may need about 1 more cup, y'all. This has got to cook and cook those potatoes. Yeah, I think I will make 1 more cup. So that's what I'm going to do, y'all. So let's just go ahead and say 3 cups of chicken broth, because I'm going to make that up, put that in here. I'm just going to let this boil. I'm going to pop a lid on it, let those potatoes get good and soft, and then we're going to add the last few ingredients. Hey y'all, let's look at our soup. It has just been cooking. I think these potatoes are good and tender now. It smells so good. I did add that other cup of broth in there. That worked out perfectly. So 3 cups of broth. Now we're going to add in some heavy cream. Let's see, I've got 1 cup here. Let's see. Let me kind of mix as we go. Let's see. That was about 3/4 of the cup. I think I'm gonna stop at that, and I'll just pour this back in my container. So I did 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Okay, because we've still got to add in. We have 8 ounces of Velveeta here. Now, you don't have to add Velveeta if you don't want to. You can add a cheddar or whatever you want. Now, I don't know if it'd be as good. I'm just kidding. Y'all add whatever kind of cheese you like. I'm doing 8 ounces Velveeta. I even think some cream cheese would be good in this. I didn't get any out. I had some in the fridge, but I didn't get any out, but I do think it'd be good if y'all want to try it. If y'all want to try it, let me know. Alright, now we're just going to, gotta let that cheese melt down. Now just don't let your potatoes cook until they just, they'll just dissolve and cook away. So, once they get pretty soft, you want to go ahead and get your heavy cream and your cheese in there. Okay, I'm just going to let this melt down, y'all, and I'll come back, and we've just about got this thing made up. Okay, y'all, one last thing. I like to put in some sour cream. My lid broke, and so I've just had it sitting with that foil over the top of it. So let's see. Let me get my spoon out here so we can see. We just really want to do about 1/4 of a cup of sour cream. Now, this is optional. You don't have to do this. Y'all know I love sour cream. And then I'm going to do a little bit of parsley, and that is our soup. That will be it. Let's see. Just a little, maybe a teaspoon or so. Sprinkle some in. If you have fresh, that'd be great. It's so hard to get fresh herbs here in my little small town. If you live in a small town, you you know what I'm talking about. Now, if you feel like you need to thicken it up a little bit, of course, you can do a cornstarch slurry. In the beginning, you can also do a little, you know, your flour and make a roux. This is perfectly fine with me, but, you know, I don't like things extremely thick. So if you want to thicken it up, at this point, you would want to do a cornstarch slurry, okay? Let me see. Well, I got you on here. I'm going to go ahead and get some out, and that way we can let it be cooling. Hang on just a second. Okay, y'all. Let's get some out. Goodness, this smells so good. I am telling y'all, look at this. It smells delicious. This is a very good soup. Like I said, it's just, I'm letting that run everywhere. I'll get it in a minute. I just want y'all to be able to see. It's hard to see on the video exactly how good this looks, I feel like. So I want y'all to be able to get the full effect of it. Look at this, y'all. Doesn't that look good? Alright, I'm going to clean all this up and let this cool off, y'all, and I'll be back and we'll do a taste test. Hey, y'all, I forgot we got to do our topping. I'm just going to do a little bit of shredded cheese here. Of course, more cheese, right? Oh, man. What is wrong with me tonight? I am just making a mess everywhere. Okay. And then I have these real bacon bits here. Now, of course, real bacon would work great. I didn't feel like cooking any tonight, so I'm just going to do it this way. But these are really good. These, especially these in this little bag here, I really like them. Okay. So now that's what it's supposed to look like. Cheeseburger soup. Okay. A few more minutes, y'all, and we'll do a taste test. All right. Let's try this delicious looking soup. Oh, man. Let's see here. It's still crazy hot, but y'all know I can't never wait long enough for nothing. Okay. Now you put any topping on it you want. If you want green onions, that's a choice. I thought about that, but as y'all can see, I'm kind of being a little bit lazy tonight. Like I didn't do real bacon, and I kind of went the easy way with a few things. That is good, y'all. I mean, it's just a different twist on some soup. Y'all will love this. Cheesy. This is a good one. This is really, really good, y'all. I want y'all to try this. You know, I told you I put that little bit of au jus in there. I really like that. Like, I can taste it a little bit, and it just helps give it like a savory flavor. I don't know that I would love it as much without it. So get you a pack of that. Though the thing about it is, having one of those packets, you can use it for so many different things. It's kind of like your little Italian packets that I tell you to keep, because you can use it for so many different things. It's not, you know, a lot of times people mistake it and think that if you have one of those packets, it's got to be something that you use the whole thing for. in a recipe, but that's not so. You can use a little bit of it here and there, and I wish they would make that little au jus seasoning in a shaker container, because I love it. It is so good on so many things. So grab you a packet of that, put you a tablespoon of that in here. You'll love it. Like I said, it gives it a really good savory flavor. Anyway, y'all try this soup. Let me know if you have ever tried it, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.